Bubba Wallace was right on Ryan Blaney's bumper in the closing laps at New Hampshire. And for a moment, it looked like the number 23 team might just pull off something special. So what actually happened in those final laps? Dot in, what does it mean going forward? Let's break it down. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Sunday's Dollar Tree 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the Magic Mile, came down to the wire. Bubba Wallace was breathing down the back bumper of race leader Ryan Blaney in the waning circuits of the race. As Blaney tried to navigate lap traffic, Wallace, driving the number 23 for 23XI Racing, was putting on the pressure. You know, this is exactly the kind of moment fans wait for. A driver closing the gap, traffic in the mix, and a real shot at a win developing in real time. But here's the thing. With 5 laps remaining, Wallace locked up the brakes entering turn 3. That mistake cost him some ground. Now, he did manage to maintain a respectable distance after the miscue, but it was enough to keep him from catching Blaney. Wallace was forced to settle for the runner-up spot at New Hampshire. Now, even though he fell short of the win, this was still a huge result for Wallace and the 23XI Racing team. Here's why. Wallace secured his first top 5 finish since the San Diego Street Course back in mid-June. That's a real gap between quality runs, so getting back into that top 5 column matters, and there's more to it than just the finish itself. This result also gave the 3-time NASCAR Cup Series winner a points buffer, heading into the final race before a Preece Chase next Saturday at Daytona. So this wasn't just a good day on paper, it had real implications for where Wallace stands going into the postseason push. Let's talk about how Wallace even got there, because the day started tough. He had his work cut out for him, starting from the 23rd position. As the race progressed, the Alabama native chipped away at the field lap by lap and ultimately put himself in position to try and notch his 4th career NASCAR Cup Series win. He came up just short, but Wallace knew it was a hard-fought day for the 23XI Racing team. During his post-race interview with USA Network, Wallace credited his team for believing in him and sticking with him through the highs and lows, and he made it clear. The support system behind him means a lot, even when results don't always go his way. Here's what he said. "We fought, man. Had a nice day just by myself, regrouping and got the head right and knew I had to fight all day, and that's what it takes." Where it starts is with these people on this 23 team. They push me to be the absolute best and I fail on them a lot, but they stick behind me and it's super cool. I appreciate that. That's a driver giving real credit to the people behind the scenes. The ones who keep showing up for him. Now let's talk numbers, because this finish was historic for Wallace at this specific track. Sunday's result was Wallace's best ever finish at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. His previous best effort there was 3rd place back in July 2022, so this runner-up run tops that. Zooming out to the season as a whole, this was Wallace's 4th top 5 finish of the 2026 campaign and his 11th top 10 finish of the year. That's real consistency building at just the right time. Now, let's get into where this leaves him in the standings, because there's a lot on the line with just one race to go before the chase. Entering Sunday's race, Wallace ranked 14th in the point standings with a 70-point cushion over the Chase cutoff line. With this strong 2nd place result, Wallace built a little more breathing room between himself and the cutoff. He remains 14th in the standings, but now holds a 75-point advantage over Ryan Preece, who sits as the first driver below the cutoff line. And here's why that number matters so much. The maximum number of points a driver can earn in a single Cup Series race is 75. So with a 75-point edge over the cutoff, it would take a disastrous Daytona race for Wallace, combined with a huge points day for Preece, for Wallace to actually miss out on this year's 10 race Chase. For some added context on Wallace's playoff history under the current format, he's made 2 appearances in the postseason in 2023 and 2023. His best points finish in the playoffs was 10th back in 2023. So here's where things stand. Bubba Wallace and the number new 23 team are heading into Daytona with real momentum. Topperson new, a career best finish at New Hampshire, a top 5 run, and a solid cushion above the cutoff line. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Wallace and 23XI Racing can carry this momentum into Daytona and lock up their chase spot with room to spare? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the NASCAR Nation news community. We'll see you in the next one.